This is why I struggle with reading some books. And my tall sisters out there are going to understand my problem with this. So I'm reading Credence. I downloaded it on that freebie day. So thank you for telling me about that, because I was on the fence with it. And I'd heard some good things, I'd heard some bad things. But here is something that a tall girl will notice that a lot of other people might not. So if you're my tall girl out there, please feel free to chime in with like what you think about this scenario. And if you're not a tall girl, let me know if you think the same way that this author seems to think. So in the book Credence, we don't really have a good sense of how tall the main character is. She's like 17, almost 18. Now, when I was 17, almost 18, I was 5'10". And you add kind of the fluffy hair, any pair of shoes, and I'm scraping right up at 6 feet. So in the book where the character meets her uncle and she like bumps into him, like as they're both reaching for her suitcase in the airport, she like stops and she's like, oh, and he's this like Nordic sort of, and makes him seem like she's just got to look up so tall at him. And in the book it says he's 6'2". Like that. To me, that's not like a tall Nordic. Like, if you're going to be a tall Nordic type of character, it's got to be like Northman from True Blood. It's got to be like 6'4", 6'5" minimum. Because otherwise, I really don't have to look up. And that was a weird point of reference for me. That's something that I really struggle with, because so many books write the main character, the female main character, as this very petite person, and that is not the world in which I move. So someone who is 6'2" is not really tall to me. Tall girls out there, what would you have envisioned 6'2" when they were trying to convey like the tall Nordic sort of vibe with this character? Is 6'2" what you would have gone for? And for my non-tall girls out there, like what to you is tall? Like, where does that number start? I'd like to know, because now I have to go through the entire rest of this book trying to revisualize like the main character and that height difference. So that'll be fun.